In the name of Allah, who is most merciful and most beneficent, welcome to Dr. Hassan Mathematics channel. Today is my third lecture of ninth class mathematics. Types of matrices. First of all is row matrices. A matrix is called row matrices if it has only one row. Is called row matrices. For example, M 2, 3, its only one row is called row matrices. Second is N, only one row is called row matrices. Any matrix contain only one row is called row matrices. Column matrices. A matrix is called column matrix if it has only one column. Is called column matrices. For example, matrices A have only one column is called column matrices, and matrices B has only one column is called column matrices. Any matrix have only one column is called column matrices. Rectangular matrices. Any matrix M is a rectangular matrix if number of rows of matrices M is not equal to number of columns of matrices M. Is called a rectangular matrices. For example, M matrices its two rows and three columns. If number of rows and number of columns are not equal to, these are called rectangular matrices. Second is Z matrices. It's two rows and fourth columns. These are not equal to, these are called rectangular matrices. Square matrices. A matrix is called a square matrix if number of rows and number of columns are equal of any matrices is called a square matrix. For example, M, two rows and two columns. Number of rows and number of columns are equal. These are called square matrices. Is N 0, 1, 8 minus 9. Two rows and two columns. Number of columns and number of rows are equal. These are called square matrices. Next is matrices F. Three rows and three columns. Columns or matrices, its numbers are equal. These are called square matrices. Null matrices or zero matrices. A matrix M is null or zero matrix if each of its entries are zero. Any matrix contain all entries are zero is called null matrices or zero matrices. For example, matrices M, F, only one entry, its one row, its one column is called zero matrices. Similarly, is the matrices M, only one row, contain all entries are zero, is called zero matrices. And matrices L is entries is zero but one is not zero. These are not zero matrices. Transpose of matrices. A matrix is obtained by changing the rows into columns or columns into rows. A matrix is called transpose of that matrix. Any matrix change its rows into columns or columns into rows is called transpose of matrices. It's denoted by A transpose. Its power is T. For example, matrices A 2, 3, 0, 9. Its two rows and two columns. Find its transpose. We write it. First we take rows into columns. 2, 3 is first rows. Change into columns. 2, 3. 0, 9 its second row. Change its to column. It's find its transpose. Similarly, इसी तरह matrices B. It's only one row. Row is changed into columns. 3, 6 minus 2 is a transpose. Negative of matrices. Let A be a matrix, then its negative A is obtained by changing the sign of all entries of matrices M. Any matrix contain entries, its changing its sign is called a negative matrices. For example, matrices A, its entries is 2, 3, 0 and -9. Apply negative sign. Plus 2 is negative, negative 2 is negative 3 is 0, negative 9 is positive 9. Its meaning is changing the sign of all entries, it's find a negative matrices. For example, second matrix is B. If entries is -5, -6, 3, 9. -5 is positive, apply negative sign. -6 is positive, apply negative sign. Positive 3 is negative 3, similarly is 9 is negative. These are find negative matrix. Any matrix change its all entry sign is called a negative matrix. Next we meet.